What's going on, guys? It's your boy Red Block here, or Miguel, back with another video discussing Ultimate Spider-Man Origins. And in this video is pretty much the Q&A for the film. I asked a couple of you guys on Instagram to ask questions for the film, and some of you asked a lot of questions, so we're gonna get into it. Stardust asked like 3 questions. Shout out to Stardust Productions. He said, what is the expected runtime? So currently the expected runtime, obviously we haven't begun filming yet, but the expected runtime that I do want for this film is to be over an hour long, and so far with the script, it's possible that we're gonna be able to film a lot of stuff that's gonna be over an hour long. So next question he asked was, will each character contribute to the plot? So yes, mainly the 2 characters that I've already revealed, obviously Miles Morales, but also Mark Raxton, aka Molten Man. They are the 2 main characters of the story that will that'll obviously be a big part of the story, but also with characters like Genki Lee, Miles' best friend, Rio Morales, Miles' mother, and then Jefferson Davis, which is Miles' father. And then you also have other characters in Miles' life, Kate Bishop, which is a possible love interest, maybe. You guys will have to see. But yeah, a lot of these characters really do contribute to the story, and I'm just really excited to get the script finished, reviewed by some people, and hopefully we can start filming by the summer. So the last question he asked was, what makes this film unique? So pretty much what makes this film unique is that, yes, this is sort of inspired and based off of the Ultimate Comics, but in this story in particular, it's more of a dark story. It's not your typical Miles Morales story, and it really puts you in a different perspective when Miles is introduced. When all these characters are introduced, it feels like more like a different movie per se, and I'm just so excited to bring it to life and just see the diversity of other Miles Morales fan films from mine or ours. So actually, one of the few main actresses who auditioned for Kate Bishop asked this question. I'm kind of gonna rephrase it. What is your favorite part so far, of pre-production of the film? So my favorite part right now, obviously because we haven't done much, but my favorite part right now is just scripting. Though it is very hard, it is really hard because I can be lazy with my scripting, and I can really have challenges where I'll have writer's block, and I just can't think a lot of what I want to put in this thing. The idea that I've thought of, or supervisor Stardust Productions, the things that we think of. So that's my favorite part so far, but it's also really hard. So Aaron Shotgun also asked 3 questions. What is your favorite part of the movie? Or vibe of the idea? So yeah, the vibe of it is just pretty much dark vibes, but also staying humorous and fun to the comics. Also, with this is pretty much a rated R movie. I've had to point that out there. This is a completely rated R movie. There's going to be cussing, blood, the action, but more suspenseful. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. He also asked, what are you most excited about for this movie? So the thing that I'm excited for this movie is just to gather a lot of actors, near me, professional or beginner. Just group with a lot of people that I've never met before, and try to get to know them and form a bond and connection. So cause with filmmaking, you want, as a director, you want to have a very special and heart to heart kind of bond with the people that you've casted, and just become good friends. So a lot of what I'm excited is to meet new people in this project and just try to branch out, casting more people for future films. So yeah, what do you look to accomplish with Mouse's character? What I want him to look at is that he necessarily feels like everyone hates him for like being this new Spider-Man, and he, like, because obviously Peter Parker died in our film, so everyone's wondering like who's gonna be the new hero of New York City other than the Avengers, or the Fantastic Four. By the way, those two are mentioned in this film. So Miles has a lot of responsibility, when taking on the mantle of what Peter, has done for the last years, and he feels like he doesn't have enough gratitude or responsibility to take on that mantle. And so the point of me, like, what I'm trying to accomplish with this character is that he's not a hero. He's just a man trying to, or a man or a boy just trying to do what's right, and pretty much, like, like when he loses the people that he loves, his whole life changes. And I want him to become a man in this movie. I want him to become his own person and his own Spider-Man in this movie, and he will drastically change throughout the end of the movie, hopefully. And that's kind of what I want. I want him to really change and become the person that he was meant to be, pretty much. Alright, we got a question from Web Slinger Studios. Is the Miles suit ready? No, though we do have the pattern made by Spider Manderson, aka Manderson Designs. Shout out to you, man. And then we're also gonna probably order like some like lenses from RBC Studio, hopefully. That's like $40 maybe. So yeah, the suit isn't ready yet, but the suit is ready to order. Well, not ready because I don't have the money right now, but yeah. Oh my god. Spider Nerd Studios asks, will Miles be a sussy baka? Sure, he'll be a sussy baka. This isn't a question, but Northeast Spidey says, can't wait for the film. Yo, thank you, man. I am excited for Birth of a Hero, your film. I'm so excited for Spider-Man Birth of a Hero. Alright, we got 3 more questions. Okay, so question from Mark P979 asks, who killed Peter Parker? Well, the person who killed Peter Parker is in the hands of Norman Osborn, also known as the Goblin. He, just like in the Ultimate Comics, killed Peter Parker, drastically changed. Massive stuff happens in this movie, and it's freaking crazy. It's really crazy. Actually, last question is from Josh R_20. Also Josh Reyna. What inspired you to make this story? Why will it be different than other adaptations? So I think this goes with kind of Stardust's question about, how each character will contribute to the plot, but like pretty much this story, like I was kind of inspired by this story, and the idea was when the Miles Morales game was announced, and it was a year after we released Mystery of Hammerhead, which was our first Miles Morales fan film that we did, and honestly, I wasn't very satisfied with it. When the more and more I watch it, and the more I just kind of began to, not like it as much. But I did work hard in that film, and like I said, I think The Lonely Spider, gave us that idea when the Miles game was announced, and I was like, hey, we actually can do like a Miles Morales film, because I haven't done that in like a year, and I feel like it could be like a big improvement from Mystery of Hammerhead. So that's kind of where it all came from, from the game and Lonely Spider's idea, actually. And then, why will it be different from other adaptations? Is because this isn't just your ordinary average like Spider-Man Miles Morales story. This is the story of how a kid becomes something more of himself than in any like adaptation of Spider-Man. It's about the story of growth, maturity, learning how to accept things that you can't fix, or you just can't redo or rewind back time. You just have to, you just really have to move on and just like stay true to what you have now. And when you lose someone, don't just grieve over them for a long time. Be stronger for them. Be brave for them. Do what they what they would have wanted you to do. And just remember that they're always looking down at you. And that's kind of the different adaptation for this film, and a lot of it it's just beautiful so far. So yeah, so that is the end of the Q&A. I want to thank everyone who asked their questions. Ultimate Spider-Man Origins, the full official cast will be announced. Hopefully on Monday, May 10th, 12 p.m. EST, PST, whatever time zone you're in. So, like I said, everyone, thank you for asking all your questions. I had a great time doing this. If you do have any other questions for the film, like anything related to this film, or just related to the channel in general, or future films, please leave it in the comments below. And we'll see you guys later.